Oh, that's crazy here. All right, guys, this is, I know, binders for rubs. Guys, it is a cold day here for Texas. It's gonna be a wind chill of 15. It may actually sleet. I know that's swimming weather for those of you in Canada, but for here in Texas, that's freaking cold. I almost put on pants, but I went with the shorts. We're good. In this video, we're doing something with binders. Binders are what you use to put on your meat so that your rub will stick to it. I know it doesn't sound sexy, but it's well, it's not, but it's interesting to me. And so today, what I want to do is I want to compare the most common used binders that I use and see if there's a difference. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've got 3 racks of baby back ribs prepped completely the same. We're going to cook them the same. One is going to have water as a binder. That's kind of our control. Then we're going to have one with mustard and then another one with oil. Because those are the 3 that I use most often, and I want to take a look at those and see if there's going to be any difference in the end result, whether in color or texture or even flavor. So that is the goal for today. That's why you want to stick around to the end, see how this turns out. Let's do this. I feel like Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do with my hands. So the Lonestar grill is up to temp. We're gonna try to keep it between 250 and 275 degrees. Right now, I don't think I'm gonna wrap, but that might be a game time decision. But one thing's for sure, whatever I do to any of these ribs, I will do to all of them at the exact same time because I wanna keep the variables as constant as possible. All rubbed down with this Flying Swine sweet and spicy rub. Really nice guy makes this. I've gotten to know him pretty well over the last year. Good dude. I'll put a link to this below if you want to go check it out. And yeah, let's let the science begin. Starting with thermodynamics. Sometimes things don't go as planned. I wasn't able to finish the video that day. Something came up, so we're starting over, and now everything is covered with a sheet of ice. It's like everything has been glazed over. Actually fell earlier, dropped that. I'm all right though, but everything is super slippery out here. Oh yeah, still wearing shorts, so we're good there. Don't worry about that. But yeah, anyways, we'll get this one done, even if it kills me. Check this out. Thawing. Thermodynamics. I'm not even totally sure what that word means, but it's fun to say. Got these things on and cooking. We have them marked with toothpicks. The one with no toothpick is the one with water, basically. It's got nothing, so it's got nothing. The one with 1 toothpick is oil, and the one with 2 is mustard. If I had to call the game at this point, my favorite, just when it comes to ease of use, is definitely the olive oil. The water just doesn't have the right viscosity to smear out, and the mustard is just kind of messy. So Dang it. So this rubber floor mat's working out great. It's keeping things traction-y. This is my wife's idea. Good job, baby. I'm gonna take it inside so it doesn't freeze while I'm gone, but yeah, so far so good. We'll see you guys at the 3-hour check-in. Here's part of what's left of that leaf blower I dropped. It's in like a billion pieces. I still haven't found the battery. Served us well. Godspeed. It will be missed. All right, guys, we're 3 hours in here. I wanted to give you a little update. The pit, the Lonestar is doing great. It is completely unfearful of the icy weather. I, on the other hand, am freezing my baguettes off. So let's make this quick. So right now, these are very close to being done. They're gonna need a little bit more time, but not much. I'm noticing a little bit faster browning on the oil version, followed by the mustard. Now that could be because of the mustard, or that could be because this was the most marbled rack of ribs. Like this would be the one that I wouldn't want to eat, but it is noticeably darker. The oil and the mustard is noticeably more dark than the one where we just use water. So just another observation. That's neither good nor bad. It just is what it is. I'm gonna put these back to bed, and I'll bring you back when they when they are done. Whew. I found the battery. Oh, or it's very icy. We'll see if it survived once it thaws out. All right, guys, well, so we're 4 hours in. We didn't spritz, we didn't wrap, we didn't sauce. This is just meat and fire. And this was a battle. We battled the elements. At one point, we battled gravity itself. Let's get in here and see how we did. All right, guys, I got the Thermopin here, but I'm not even, I don't even really care what the temperature is. I'm going entirely by feel at this point. I want it to feel like it's going in like, like room temperature, like room temperature butter. Oh my gosh. Let me see here, find a spot between, oh, that's a special feeling, Lloyd. Got a lot more complicated than I expected. I'm going to talk about, again, ease of use, the color, the smoke ring, and the flavor, and I took notes because it'll help me. Ease of use, hands down, for me, goes to the oil because, like I said, it spreads easier, and if we'd stopped the experiment at the halfway point, I would have certainly just stayed with that because I thought I was happy with that. Foreshadowing. The color. Now, the oil did cause the ribs to brown faster, kind of like grandma in her Thanksgiving turkey. That's kind of what you expect to see. Also, the mustard did the same thing, though. If you looked at the ribs from one angle, it looked like the oil was a little bit darker than the mustard, but if you looked at the other side, it looked like the mustard was darker than the oil. Either way, both of them sped browning faster than the water alone. So that's not, like I said, that's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. So if you have a pit that may not brown up your ribs as fast as you would like, you might want to go more towards an oil as a rub. But if you have like an offset like this where it doesn't really matter because everything darkens pretty quickly, then no big deal. Now, the smoke ring. This was really, really complicated, and I ended up having to call my wife in to help me with this. See, I see a really good smoke ring there. Don't you?
Yeah, I see really good smoking on the skin part.
To me, it just looks like that whole side.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's look at the next one.
EVOO.
EVOO.
You got that.
All right.
Going up, but not as much down below.
Okay, and then the mustard again. What do you see?
That's nice and red, and down here is nice and red. But on this part, the leaner part, not as much.
What do you think? Which one makes the best smoke ring?
I think the water.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Water. Olive oil. I wonder if I could do this.
Looks like the water. The water is the winner.
Water winner.
Water, then oil, then mustard.
Mustard.
Yeah. Neither the oil or the mustard gave us as much of a smoke ring as the water. I guess the coating maybe does something to block. I don't know. It's weird. I didn't expect that, but it is what it is, and that's where we landed on that. Now, lastly, and this was where it got really, really surprising, flavor. So what I'm thinking is, since this is so hard, will you just taste it with me? And try not to think about the texture of the meat, but if you notice the difference in the texture of the rub,
okay,
that's fine. But basically, I want to know if the flavor is different on the mustard in particular, since it's the one that has the most, potential for that.
Okay.
Since it's literally got mustard in it. Okay, so this is our baseline. This is the water.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay.
It's a low salt rub that's the sweet and spicy.
Yeah, I like the spicy part in it.
Me too. It's not that spicy though.
No. It goes away real quick.
All right, so this is the oil.
Okay.
So with this in your mind, try this.
I can't taste the seasoning as much.
Yeah, I know, it's very subdued.
I can't taste the seasoning much at all.
I can't either. That's really weird. They had the same amount. I put it on pretty heavy.
Yeah. I mean, I can taste it now at the end, but
no. Not as much as this, for sure. Oil definitely muted the flavor. Both my wife and I had the exact same reaction. We couldn't taste the seasoning when we compared it to the control, which was, the water. It was like the seasoning wasn't there. It was really, really surprising. And then after we were done, my son comes in and takes a bite and says pretty much the exact same thing. All right, what do you guys think?
good.
Falls off the bone easily?
Falls off the bone easily, according to Ethan.
Yep.
Don't taste much of the rub on it.
Yeah,
Which one are you eating?
he's eating the oil, that's why.
That is so funny. That is crazy.
Then compare it to this one after you're done with that one.
So that was weird. I may not ever use oil again for that reason. It definitely muted the flavor, and it was the exact same amount of rub on each one, or at least as close as I could. The next thing that was surprising was the difference between the water and the mustard. All right, now this is the mustard.
Mustard.
Cheers. We're supposed to cheers or two like it's bad.
Cheers.
Okay. That was the best cooked rib. That was the one that was cooked the most. It's sweeter too. I can taste the sweetness more. It doesn't taste like mustard to me.
It doesn't taste like mustard at all. I can definitely taste more sweet than the spicy.
For some reason, all we could taste is the sweet. So all that heat that was in the rub and in the mustard itself just completely went away.
Definitely the best
For
textured.
sure. This is the best cooked one, but this brought out the, I don't know how to explain it. People aren't gonna believe this, but like it feels like the mustard brought out the sweetness more.
Yep.
Nothing we could take more the spicy, and then the oil almost seemed to block it.
No flavor.
Block the flavor.
No flavor.
That's really weird. I didn't expect that.
Yep, me neither.
Really interesting results. I think the answer for me going forward is I'm either going to use water or mustard. I like this one best.
But there's no flavor on that.
No, this is the rub. This is the
Is this one
mustard.
yours or mine? I can't remember.
We're married.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Y'all, thanks for watching this. I really appreciate you going on this journey with me. Again, this was one of those ones that was really fun for me. It's something that I wanted to know for my own purposes, and I thought I would share it with you. I've done a lot of these types of experiments, and in fact, I did one. Whether you even need to use rubs at all, I'll put a link to that right there. And until next time, I love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.